Hello everyone! What is up? It's nice to be back again with yet another stream. By the way, guys, let me know what the audio is sounding like. Because I kind of changed things up a little bit. If you guys didn't notice, I don't have any earbuds in. This is because I have these really cool speakers that I reviewed actually earlier on, and I think because I got them like a couple semesters ago, I decided to put a noise gate on my microphone, so hopefully like people who are like in the room or whatever can hear the stuff that I'm playing, and I don't need to like share earbuds and stuff. Like that's like kind of the goal of me not using earbuds anymore. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the setup. This is like a daytime stream, so it's gonna look a little bit different. Drink of the day, of course, is bourbon, whiskey, finger product, and like other types of beverages. And actually, I have ice in this thing. Anyways, it's great to be back on the stream. This is again not a normal stream that I'm doing. This is another like special event, I suppose you could call it. It's definitely a special stream because we're going to be doing some news coverage covering the midterm elections some more. Because we have well, I don't know how much has changed because I actually didn't check. I kind of want to have like a fresh reaction to some of the stuff that's gone down. And we're also going to be doing some more like top of the hour news again. Hey DJL, what's up? We're going to be doing like some top of the hour news again, kind of at my sister's behest. Also, let me know what you guys think of this intro music. I figured I would pick something a little bit more chill. This right here actually is 24, a cover by David S. Music, a song with Kanye West. So it's like, I don't know if it's like copyright, but it's like, I don't know, a nicer, chiller rendition. There we go. I was trying to blow it up there. DJ said I made a clip. Nice. I still need to credit you on an edit on the clips channel. Please remind me to do that, because it is very, very easy for me to forget to credit people. Let us see here. Okay, so there we go. And without further ado, I think it's time to get into the news. Let's get into the news of the day here. Today's news. Let's see. Let's go through the headlines. Alrighty. Joe Biden has recently decided to pause the operations of the widely mocked disinformation board, with its director Nina Jankowicz resigning. A lot of conservatives have praised that move. Dr. Oz and Dave McCormick's race is still yet to be decided after the Pennsylvania GOP primary race continues to be too close to call. Amazon's new Fire 7 tablet features more powerful hardware and a USB-C charging port. It comes in 3 colors: blue, pink, and black. The Disney Plus with ads package will add up to 4 minutes of ads to its on-demand content, but not show advertisements while using a kid's profile. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 1,000 points. The Dow, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ indexes are all currently in the red. Some federal officials are debating whether or not to add COVID-19 vaccines alongside flu vaccines, making them requirements for participating in things such as local school systems, according to the New York Times. Donald Trump is calling for Dr. Oz to preemptively declare victory despite the race being too close to call. He has cited the continued counting of votes as proof of voter fraud through mail-in ballots. Speaking of which, Donald Trump's social media website, Truth Social, is now functional and live. Its web application unexpectedly went online 2 weeks ahead of schedule after Devin Nunes, Truth Social's CEO, announced its development. You can now sign up for the service at truthsocial.com. Morgan State University is granting Colin Kaepernick an honorary degree for kneeling for the voiceless. I didn't look in to see what the degree was like for, whatever. Like as far as like what the actual degree is, like if it was like under a specific department or whatever. U.S. Soccer has announced that they will pay the members of its women's team the same amount as their male counterparts. Sissy children are allegedly being admitted at hospitals after falling ill due to malnourishment caused by the baby formula shortage. Dr. Mark Corkins has treated at least 2 children, one of which was a toddler who he believes fell ill specifically due to the shortage. Jake Paul has come out in support of Elon Musk, calling him, quote, the real-life Superman, unquote. And lastly, the shooting of the day. We have 1 individual killed and 3 injured after an attack at a park in Palo Alto. I think it's in California, I think. The shooter has not yet been identified or caught by the police, but they are accepting tips through phone calls to the number 650-853-3157. And that pretty much concludes all of the news headlines that we have for the day. Let's see, let me turn the TTS back on because I muted that. This is, let's see, DL says, newbie news clips for days. I don't know. I am doing a lot of news coverage as of late, specifically because just there's a lot of news going on. And hopefully once news things calms down, I'll be getting back to my normal gaming streams and my YTP streams or whatever. But just for now, this stream is just like literally just a breaking news stream. It's not going to be like on for hours. I'm just going to be on until I'm finished covering everything that I want to cover, and then the stream will be over. But that said, I am going to be
said in the chat.
That said, I am going to be going back to doing meme reactions, going back to doing like all of the reactions that you guys have enjoyed watching me do before. It's just that I really want to cover news when the news is happening, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Anyways, I think it's time to take a look at these election results that we have, at least all of the ones we have so far from the 2022 midterms. This time I was able to find a little bit of a cleaner looking interface from CNN. Let me see if I can blow this up and make it look a little bit nicer. I do like having like bigger text, as I present things. So there we go. Kind of blew this up a little bit. What do we have? So here we have the Pennsylvania primary results from that really big race in Pennsylvania with Dr. Oz. Yes, there are many headlines that I just read highlighting this. Dr. Oz is still ahead by 0.2%. He's ahead almost 2,000 points. So not much movement from the last time that we streamed. Actually, hold on. The next update is actually happening literally right now. Anything changed? No, I guess it's just like from how it's polling from whatever its sources. But anyways, yeah, we have Dr. Oz still ahead of Mr. McCormick here with 98% of the vote in. I really think if I was an anchor for a news channel, I would honestly call this for Dr. Oz. I don't see McCormick winning. Looking all night, Dr. Oz was sort of behind by around like 0.5%, but then as the hours ticked on, he started catching up slowly and until he ended up getting the lead, and he's held on to that lead for over 12 hours now. So I just don't see that changing anytime soon, especially since people have been counting the votes, I would assume, all day. And still nothing's changed. Oh, by the way, I just noticed, DJL, you misspelled my name. It's Payton. But yeah, anyways, that's what it looks like in the Pennsylvania race. It's looking like Dr. Oz is going to eke out that victory. Now we have the Democratic Senate primary race with Fetterman beating Lamb easily.
DJLL reacts.
by
Said in the
nearly
chat.
400,000
Oops.
votes.
DJ
Fetterman's
LL
got
reacts.
like 59% of the vote there.
Autocorrect did JT.
Now let's see. We have the House District 11 North Carolina primary
It-
results. For the Republicans, yes, here's another key race with Cawthorn losing to Edwards. And again, like I mentioned last night, I'm not sure whether or not this is due to, that like scandal, I suppose you could call it, that came out with him being seen wearing like a dress and whatnot. But this is shocking. You don't really see an incumbent losing, usually like ever in a primary race. I mean, it does happen, but typically that's a very rare occurrence. Now in the North Carolina primary results for the Democratic House District 11 race, we have Beach Ferrara absolutely crushing it, getting 59% of the vote, defeating Dean, Carey, and others. Let's see. We also have Booker easily getting 73% of the vote in the Kentucky Democratic Senate primary race. In the GOP Kentucky primary race for Senate, we have Paul, the incumbent, crushing it with 86% of the vote. That's like absolutely insane. I bet that's like probably like the highest rate of anybody who's like actually in the race there. You just don't really, that's actually insane. In Idaho, we have the GOP primary results in for the governor's race, with Little beating McGeechan. I don't know how to say these people's names, but like, we have Little beating out McGeechan. He got 52% of the vote there. In Idaho, we have Height winning the Democratic primary race for governor with 81%, but write-ins getting 19%. I've never seen write-ins command that much of any race. 20% went to write-ins. That's absolutely ludicrous. That's really interesting. Wow. We have a key race not yet called. McLeod Skinner is currently beating Schrader, the incumbent, 61% to 38%. But we only have 48% of the votes in for some reason, despite the fact that this election, I think, happened last night. We still only have 48% of the votes in. I find that really, really surprising. I wonder, there's got to be a reason for that. Hold on, let me see. Do they have anything in depth about like why this happened? I'm not seeing anything in particular. I mean, we know Jefferson has 0% of the votes in, and Clackamas has 3% of the votes in. In Marion County, I think it's a county, has 51% of the votes in. Lynn has 74% of the votes in. But why these districts are lagging is pretty beyond me. It shouldn't be that like there's only one county really, or like maybe one or two counties that are reporting the results. That's more than a little strange. For the GOP side, this race also is yet to be called, with similarly 45% of the vote in. Chavez de Reamer is currently winning with 42% of the vote. He's only up by 4.5 thousand votes, and that's it. What was the Democratic race? There was one Democratic race I was looking at last night. That was insanely close.
Said in the chat, "You newbie, Mr.
Let
Pizza."
me see if I can find it, because
I am here.
I'm shocked because I would have thought that I would have found it or noticed it, unless the gap
Pizza
like
said
widened.
In the chat, "You loving that background fam looks great."
Oh, thanks. That's literally my room. It's just my room. Let me see. I think, is that the camera? Yeah. So like there we got like the front door cam. You've got like the side by side cam. Craig isn't here unfortunately, so there's no Craig cam. But yeah, this is the background. And yeah, I try to make it as neat and nice as possible. I am kind of digging it. It's not as like plain as my background was before. Let me see if I can find this race here that was insanely close. I'm pretty sure it was a Democratic race. I think it might have been the Idaho. What was it? No, the Pennsylvania Democratic District no, not 13, 12 race.
Mr. Pizza
Let me see if I can find that
said
here.
in the chat, 2-day back-to-back stream. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm doing a breaking news coverage. So that's kind of like why I'm live, is because I want to make sure that I'm covering the news as it happens. Democratic District 12. Let's see. For Pennsylvania. Because that was Lee versus Irwin. Where's Irwin? It's not here. There's literally, why are they not showing? That's so strange. So they're not showing all the results. Why are they not? Okay, let's see. This is a Pennsylvania race.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat, do you know when we'll be getting back to YTP reactions and gaming streams?
As soon as I don't have anything planned personally for the evening, and there also isn't breaking news happening. But I definitely want to get back to those. Especially I know my siblings have been asking for the gaming streams to come back. There we go. Here we have that Lee race, and it's nice that they're highlighting it as a key race, because look at this. 400. Okay, hold on. Let me go back and looking at the stream here that I had before. It's still literally the same. 41.7%. Lee is ahead. Irwin is ahead. Is behind with 41.3%. So literally a 0.4% gap. It's insane that this race is so close. Was anyone expecting it to be this tightly contested? I mean, I haven't been following the politics of this as closely as I should be, but this is absolutely bonkers. Let me see. I'm gonna go look for some older articles about this. The Irwin, Pennsylvania. Now I have no idea what the ramifications would be. Oh, this is really interesting. I found a couple interesting articles here. Okay, so we have this here from a local affiliate saying that let me see. Well, at least the headline said that Lee let me see. There we go. Okay, here's an update from 12:35 a.m. Irwin said there will not be a winner tonight. Lee has declared victory.
Mr. Pizza
I don't understand.
said in the chat.
Let me
So
look at
you're
this.
doing seasons
We have
for your
we have
channel?
99% of the race in, so I can understand trying to call it, but with like 1% in, that could be, enough to give Lee the lead, or Irwin the lead rather. Hold on. Let me go back here. Yeah, Lee is ahead, and Lee declared victory already. I think that's a little bit preemptive, considering that there is still 1% left, and his lead is only like not even 500 votes. Not even 1%. That really is insane. Has he retracted that? Let me see. Because today the people took on the corporations and the people won, Lee said in a press release. There are 132 precincts left to be counted according to the Associated Press. But I guess this comes to this brings up the whole discussion of like what makes someone the actual winner. Like, does the mainstream media have to like call you the winner? Oh, this is interesting. Okay, here's an update from Allegheny County. This came out midnight. I didn't see this. It says currently we have 1,289 precincts reporting for the 1,323 in the county. Of those remaining 32, there are 31 for which materials were returned, but the memory sticks are not contained with those materials. Instead, they were left in the scanners and will need to be manually retrieved from those when the equipment is picked up from the polling place. A single memory stick failed when it was read. Second will be read when the return board convenes. So that's interesting. So basically, it seems like they, have basically they accidentally left a lot of, or I don't know if it was accidental or they just like things were too late and they just like decided to go to sleep. But they did not retrieve all of the voter information from the ballots, so they're just gonna do it today, I suppose. Let's see. Did Lee ever retract his claim? That's what I want to know. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna find Lee again. No, he did not retract his claim. So that's really interesting. He still is claiming the election for himself. So yeah, I wonder like what makes someone the actual winner? Is it the media saying you're the winner, or you saying that you're the winner, or like do the officials say that they're the winner? Because of all the times I've been following politics, I've seen the media declare themselves the arbiters of the elections, which is really, really interesting. And then the question becomes like, which media outlet determines who the winner is too? Because you have especially with like the 2020 elections, we had some outlets saying yeah Trump won, you had other ones saying yeah Biden won, and then you had some like flipping and flopping back and forth. So it's really, really interesting, especially since we had like different people calling the election at different times. It's just crazy.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat.
Let's see.
When will the next variety stream be? Those are the best.
When will the next variety stream be? That'll be like the same time when I do like the next YTP and gaming stream. Just like whenever I have time at night. To do a stream, and I don't have like other things planned, and there isn't like breaking news happening. I am probably going to be doing continual coverage of this, but it's not going to take up enough time to where it will require like its own individual stream, I'm guessing. So that part is at least is nice. But here's something interesting. Summer Lee could be the latest addition to the squad. So apparently she's a progressive. The state house representative could add to progressive gains this cycle. Lee, one of the 6 challengers backed by the Justice Democrats, a progressive PAC, is ready to fill an open seat in Pennsylvania's 12th congressional district vacated by Representative Mike Doyle. It is a safe Democratic seat that includes Pittsburgh. Okay, so that would help explain why the race has been so tight.
Mr. Pizza.
Let's see. There's little publicly available polling on the race. This is kind of an older article. Let's see what else we have here. Summer Lee is helped build a progressive movement in Western Pennsylvania. Other things about like how progressive she is. She can help expand progressive power in Congress. It's interesting. So that's that's interesting. I wonder who her opponent is. If her opponent also claims to be a progressive, or if this person is just like kind of like a more mainstream candidate. Because then this race is also like a referendum on the Democratic perception of progressives? Are progressives a group that like the Democratic Party wants to continue to support, or are they like, we're kind of tired of this? Let's see if she has like an on the issues thing. Steve Irwin on the issues. Mr. Pizza, I don't think we'll get another stream tonight because I have a lot of stuff planned. I am going out to dinner, and then I have I'm playing basketball. So I'm actually not working out tonight. I'll be playing basketball, which is just like a lot of like running and stuff, so it'll be fine. Well, let's see. PETA doesn't like Steve Irwin, so he can't be wait, is it this Steve Irwin? Wait a minute. Wait. Like the famous like animal dude? Who's like, what? Wait, this guy? Is he alive? No, he's not alive. So it's got to be a different Steve Irwin then. I'm about to say. I literally was like, what? Okay, so it's not this dude. Not this dude. Okay. What the heck is like? Oh, hold on. Well, there we got this campaign site down there, but like, I guess on the issues is less comprehensive than I thought it was.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat. Important question. Are the seasons on the channel the countdown to your eventual departure from YouTube?
Well, it can't be a countdown if it's like literally counting up. Because it's just like, this is season 2. It basically just counts the years that I've been streaming, more or less. Because this is like kind of like going on like the 2nd year that I've been streaming. So what I do is it also gives me a good time to have a definitive break too, where it's like, okay, these 2 weeks I'm not streaming, and then I'll be back at it if I decide to have like a new season. It also gives me a way that I can just sort of like evaluate if streaming is something I want to keep on doing or not. Because if it's like, oh man, I'm getting burned out from like streaming, whatever, like I can take temporary breaks, but also like it's just like a more natural end if I'm like, okay, non-newbie streams is not coming back for another season. Let's see here. He's fighting for dignity, humanity, and respect. So I think it's very clear that he is on the right wing of politics. Let's see. Steve's platform. Let's see. Believes that every young person coming out of high school should be prepared to succeed. Wow. There's a bold platform there. Wants to make college more affordable. Okay. How? I don't know. Doesn't say. Lowering the cost for families for things, protecting our right to vote. So he's anti-Trump, which is interesting considering that he's a Democrat.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat, YouTube without newbie is a YouTube I don't want to exist.
Let's see. Steve wants to put President Biden's infrastructure bill to work for southwestern Pennsylvania. Okay, that's interesting. But I don't know much about the infrastructure bill, except that like, wasn't it like basically like a Trojan horse where he was just like, oh yeah, I'm just like funding a whole bunch of things, but I'm just gonna call everything infrastructure. And then like people were like, yay, infrastructure bill. This is just like normal. Like I think that's what happened if I remember correctly. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Steve supports moving toward a single-payer healthcare system. I mean, that's kind of progressive. But that's got to be the only progressive thing he's got here. And I think it's fascinating, like, that, like, the only thing that he's mentioned, like, a concrete thing for. Because, like, look at all this stuff. Look at how vague this dude is. Dude could be a Republican, except for, like, this bottom one. And maybe like the public transit thing. But it's like, and maybe like saying that Trump is bad, but like saying support the right to vote. A Republican would say the same thing. lowering costs for our families is actually far more Republican thing to say than for Democrats. Creating jobs and opportunities, Democrats and Republicans say all of that. The fascinating thing, I think, is that chat, like he says, Steve supports moving towards a single-payer healthcare system. Oh, hey, the Liberator, what's up? The fascinating thing is that, like he says, that he's moving towards a single-payer healthcare system. It's literally the only concrete platform that he has in his entire website, and it's progressive. So it's like he knows that like it's almost like he's afraid that Summer Lee could win, because again, Summer Lee is a progressive. Summer Lee could be an addition to the squad. And
Mr. Pizza
Summer Lee
said in the chat, newbie has Summer Liberator here. The Liberator with nearly 4K subs is here.
And I think that like she's sort of being pitched as like an underdog because, you know, when you look at you know, these progressives or whatever, they're not like considered to be like you know, the mainstream leading candidates. Newbie that has a Liberator here. Liberator has nearly 4,000 subs. I didn't know. Whoa! I need to check out your channel when I go off stream then. I'm getting I don't know what's up. Maybe I've been talking for too much, but I feel like a little bit lightheaded. I'm gonna get some of these. I got Skittles. I actually got these at a movie theater when I went to go see Dr. Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. But yeah, I think Irwin was definitely scared of Lee, which is why he wasn't more specific on his platform. Because usually, especially when you get closer to the end, because like apparently, whoever wins this is going to win the race. Like apparently, like what did it say here? Let's see. Where did it say something about it being? Oh yeah, it says here it's a safe Democratic seat. So that means whoever wins this race is going to be the representative. So when it comes to like a final election, like when things get down to the wire, most politicians actually will slowly become more specific. Part of it is because people are
my main
getting
PC
pressed
should be repaired
by the
within
voters.
next few days.
The other part of it is these people want to do what they can to make themselves stand out from their competition. But the fact that he's been so vague is like really crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know though. Because also, I don't know how Democrats feel, because I'm not a Democrat. I don't know how Democrats feel about progressives right now. And I don't know how left-leaning Pennsylvania is. But yes, this
Mr.
actually
Pizza
I found to be the most interesting race.
Chat.
Specifically because we have 44% vote spread here. But we have 99% in. You know, I think Lee was a little bit preemptive in declaring the race, but I mean, I understand her wanting to do so.
The Liberator,
let's see,
said in the chat, what's your thoughts on current events in the political climate?
Which current events? Because there's so many current events going on right now. You know, I would say that I'm right-leaning. But, you know, I try to take like a more like middle of the road approach to most things. I try not to, because I don't think that like the government should really be imposing its will on the people when it's not necessary. Like, I'm a fan of like a limited government. I think the government should be intruding on the on people's lives as little as possible. So even some things on the right that they do, I'm not a big fan of. So you look at what's his name?
Mr.
The dude from
said in the chat, newbie, do you think Trump is fat?
I like how we're having a nice, great, constructive, really serious, very important and informative conversation right now, talking about whether or not Trump is fat. What's this? Oh, hey, Austin, what's up? Hey. Oh. What are you doing? Okay. I do I think Trump is fat? I think yes. I mean, what can I say? He like actually is though. I can believe oh yeah, I was talking to the guy in Florida, Ron DeSantis. I'm not a big fan of him sort of almost like in a like dictatorial way saying you are allowed to talk about these things in schools but not these things. I think that's something that should be left up to the local school systems, because let's say that like some parents in Miami are fine with the left-wing LGBT agenda. I think they should have the right to say, you know what, I want all of these super explicit, inappropriate things to be taught in the classroom. But let's say in Sarasota, everyone's right wing, and they're like, I do not want all these things.
Newbie, do you think Joe Biden is fat?
I don't want all these things to be taught in schools. And they can say no to that. Like, I always think that leaving things up to the parents is probably, like, especially when it comes to education, is probably a better move. Do you think Joe Biden is fat? No, dude. He's dude is like so not fat.
The Liberator said in the chat, I try to look at both sides.
Yeah, me too. And I try not to speak for the other side if I don't know their position, which I think is something that neither side tends to do. Look at this dude, man. Okay. Mr. Pizza. Look at this guy and tell me that he is fat. I'm not seeing any fat here, man. I'm sorry. Do you think he's fat? This dude doesn't look fat to me.
DJLL reacts. Said in the chat.
Also, dude looks fire in those sunglasses, by the way. I mean, I'm no Joe Biden fan. But man, my girlfriend knows this. I'm always a sucker for sunglasses. All you gotta do is put on sunglasses. I'm gonna be like, dude, that's fire. And dude rocks the sunglasses. He's got good frames too.
Chat.
Like that's like some of my favorite frames of sunglasses.
He ain't fat. He ain't fat. The Liberator said in the chat. Biden got dropped.
Joe Biden now is the one. Joe Biden isn't relatable. He's not fat.
DJLL reacts. Said
but
in
honestly,
the chat.
though,
Where's Sir GF?
I don't know, because I mean, I personally don't think that I'm fat. So like, I don't know. I feel bad, Mr. Pizza, because I just gave you good material. Biden ain't down with this no. Let's see. Liberty said Biden got dripped. Yeah, he does. He's very likable. Especially when he was like the vice president of Barack Obama. He had a lot more of his personality coming out. Not his. Said in the chat. Not his racist personality, but it's like his like chill personality.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat. You beat the rest of the year, and now I can make YTP of it.
See, I feel so bad. I should never have done that.
Mr. Pizza.
That was terrible.
Said in the chat. Newbie, do you think Chris Christie is fat?
Who doesn't think that Chris Christie is fat? Okay. We're just going down the list here, aren't we? Talking about the serious issues. Hold on.
DJLL reacts. Said in the chat. He's down with us.
He's certainly down. I mean, I couldn't imagine this guy having big hops. I'll say that. Like, let's see. I mean, I mean,
McKenna's way said in the chat, "Holy FUF, it's Chris Christie."
I mean, here's the man. You know, I think a picture says like 1,000 words or however. I guess it depends on the language. Also, what the heck is this?
Mr. Pizza
what face
said in the chat,
is Rudy Giuliani
"Ruby,
making here in the
JFK
background? What the heck is this?
Mr. Pizza said in the chat,
Dude
"Hey,
looks like
McKenna."
he's about to like play do a prank on Chris Christie, and Chris Christie's like so on edge, and the dude like behind is just like laughing because he knows exactly what the joke is. Like, who
DJLL
makes
reacts said in the chat,
what is
"Whoa,
this
Joshua."
face? What is this? McKenna's way says it's Chris Christie. Yep. Do you think JFK is fat? I don't know. I don't think he's fat right now. I think
The
over the past
Liberator
several years.
said in the chat, "Bro, dude's about to do some shady behind him all."
I know. Exactly. I will say, from what I mean, I'm not a huge JFK fan, but from what I've seen, I think over the past like few years, JFK has been undergoing some weight loss. Unlike Chris Christie.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat, "We go from covering the news to asking newbie if politics are fat."
Yeah, no. I don't know. Should I stop? Because the main point of me being here was like to cover breaking news, and I'm just like looking at politicians and fat shaming them.
DJLL reacts said in the chat, "I don't think he's fat right now. Oh my god." Ism said in the chat, "Chris Christie would make me vote Republican." Mr. Pizza said in the chat, "Newbie, do you think John Cena is fat?"
I thought he was just muscular. Wasn't he?
Lennoxo said in the chat, "Chris Christie be eating that jelly donut."
The
The Liberator
all of them.
said in the
Let me
chat,
see.
"I'm liking the chain, it's cold, cold face."
Yeah. Oh, you are! Nice! I'm glad you like it. This is actually like brand new.
DJLL reacts
I got it at the
said
end
in
of
the
last
chat,
semester.
"We can't see him."
You can't see him? Oh yeah, that's true. It's true. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find a good picture of John Cena here. I do want to see if
Lennoxo
you know.
said in the chat, "You
Okay,
can't
guys.
see his age, height, and social security number."
Let me know. Let me know what
Mr.
you guys
Pizza
think. Do you guys
said
think
in the
that
chat, "Newbie, do you think Mr.
do you
Pizza
guys
is
think that John
fat?"
Cena's fat? I don't know. I'm not seeing a lot of fat here. But I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's seen John Cena's fat. Maybe do you think that Mr. Pizza's fat? No, I don't think so. But also, I don't know if I've seen a full body shot, so
The Liberator
what can I say?
said in the chat, "He looks pretty fat to me, IDK." McKenna's way said in the chat, "OMG, Newbie, you're such a comedian." DJLL reacts said in the chat, "I don't know."
I try, man. I try. I try to be funny. Oh my goodness.
Lennoxo said in the chat, "Lol." Mr. Pizza said in the chat, "True Newbie is a comedian."
I suppose. What makes someone a comedian, though? Is it that they tell jokes or that they make money?
Ism said in the chat, "He really is."
Oh my goodness. I am really glad that you guys appreciate my humor. I will say that. For sure. Let's see, just double checking here. The Lee and Irwin race is still neck and neck. Nothing has changed. So I don't know how long it's going to be. Because we're coming up on 24 hours since the polls closed, I think. In about like 3 or 4 hours. So.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat,
We still got Oz
"Newbie,
ahead.
do you think Shrek is fat?" Ism said in the chat. I'd say a comedian is someone who makes you laugh. Intentionally, though. DJLL reacts. Said in the chat. Does newbie know what Carla is known for?
Yeah. Carla is known for being the family member of DJLL who is a criminal. I think Shrek is fat. Yeah. I don't even have to look at a picture. I don't. But let's see. I think, honestly, I do think that covers about all the news that I wanted to cover for the day.
Newbie, do you want Oz or McCormick to win the primary? DJLL reacts. Said in the chat.
Let me look this up because I don't know. The issues. Because I honestly don't know either of their politics. I've heard that Oz has been, like, accused of being a rhino.
Mr. Pizza.
But I don't know if that's true.
Newbie, what if Chris Christie becomes president?
So we're definitely not going back to Michelle Obama lunch meals in the public schools. No, Chris Christie will never run for president. He ran twice, failed, lost a bunch of credibility. He works for CNN. I think he's happy there.
Lennoxo said in the chat, what if John Cena became president? DJLL reacts. Said in the chat, Rhino. H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A.
I think
Mr. Pizza
John Cena
said in the chat, Lennox, you can't see him.
I think the problem with John Cena is I think that the nation needs a strong, visible leader, and we just won't get that out of John Cena. I'm sorry. Give me a second here. I'm looking for McCormick's page on the issues. What's his full name?
Lennoxo said in the chat, true that. Ism. Said in the chat, that's actually true. In 2016, Christie was interviewed about what he would do about school lunches, and he said he'd let kids eat whatever they want.
That's hilarious. That's legitimately hilarious. That, like, I made a joke and I was actually right. That's great. David McCormick. That's the Pennsylvania guy. I'm having trouble getting over the fact. Oh, I'm not seeing anything by David McCormick on the issues. On the issues sucks.
Mr.
Let's look at
Pizza
Ballotpedia.
said in the chat, I'd vote Chris Christie as president. Honest, I like his I don't BS from anyone attitude. And he's fat.
Yeah, I am. No, I'm talking about politics. Oh, just Skittles. What? It literally says Skittles, my guy. Well, I mean, I got it from like the mall. We went to go see Doctor Strange 2. So, anyways, yeah.
DJLL reacts. Said in the chat, Carla ISNT, my family member, it's just a inside joke, lol, but does he really know what she did, though?
Didn't she kill people?
Said in the chat, isn't Mehmet Oz the guy who tells you to drink horse urine on a daily for weight loss or whatever?
That sounds like something that would work.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat, David Pacman for president.
No, we need someone with good logic.
DJLL reacts. Said in the chat, yep.
Come on. I'm looking for
Ism said in the chat, that wouldn't work, he's born in Argentina. Lennoxo said in the chat, Pavid Dakman for president.
Mhm.
DJLL reacts. Said in the chat. Don't look her up.
I don't know. I'm so confused. It's kind of hard for me to see Dave McCormick's
DJLL reacts.
platform and track record.
David is American.
Okay, let's see here. So we got Dr. Odds over here. Let's see Dave McCormick. It's got an issue page.
Mr. Pizza
Here we can see all of his problems.
said in the chat.
No, I'm
Newbie,
joking.
no joke. Yesterday I was called a fatherless criminal and a modern-day Hitler. It was an interesting experience.
You joined Truth Social?
Said in the chat. IDK,
How
if
did
the
that
U.S.
happen?
will ever let non-natural born citizens to run for president.
Oh, they probably would give the Democrat enough time in office. But Joe Biden's going to be one-term president, so unfortunately, it's not going to be him. Let's see here. During our economy, Dave will put an end. Okay, here we go.
So,
Here is
said in the
literally
chat,
like
it was
an
Logan's
example of what
eater.
I've been talking about. Okay, when there is a primary, when it's time for people to actually vote,
Mr. Pizza
usually politicians
said
will
in
be
the
more
chat.
specific. So
What
here
happened is I exposed
we have
Logan's
Dave
eater as a
McCormick
racist.
saying he will reverse Biden's economic policies. That's specific. Whatever Joe Biden has done for the economy, McCormick is going to do the opposite. Let's see. And this is what you would expect from a candidate.
Ism said in the
To
chat.
be specific
David
about what he's
Pakman
actually
was
going to
born
do.
in Argentina, but he moved to the U.S. when he was a child, so that's why he doesn't have an accent.
Interesting. Standing up to China, let's see. So Dave is against China. Let's see. Sports. Sanctioning China for its crimes. Including trafficking of fentanyl into the U.S. Oh yeah, through Mexico. I've heard about that. Reviewing U.S. investment in China. This almost feels like a presidential
McKenna's way
campaign.
said in the chat. I live in
Hold on.
Canada upside
Is this
down
dude trying to run
face.
for president? It's an interesting platform. This could work for a national campaign. I'm gonna put that out there. Establishing American energy independence. Another good, strong, like a little bit more clear of a platform. We don't need to choose between a clean environment and affordable energy. That's nice. Dave strongly supports the Commonwealth's proud history of mining coal, as well as the development of
Pizza
affordable, reliable, and
chat.
clean natural gas.
I think we got a new
Dude,
record
coal?
for amount of
Come on.
peeps in the chat.
I'm so confused. Coal literally is affordable, reliable, and clean natural gas. I don't understand why people keep on saying, "Oh, coal is dirty." Coal is one of the cleanest coal is like one of the cleanest natural gases that you can find. Well, I don't know. It's not a gas, but it's one of the cleanest sources of natural energy that you can get. Securing the border. It's another one that's pretty clear. And then COVID mandates. You can't get clearer than that. McKenna's Wave says, I live in Canada. I'm sorry, man. You should come over here.
Ism
Mr. Pizza
said in the
says,
chat,
I think we got
I
a
support our
new
coal
record for the amount of
miners.
pizza in live chat. I think we do. Which is actually like pretty cool and pretty exciting. Maybe it's just because I'm streaming after school's closed during the day when everyone's around and hanging out. I said I'd support our coal miners. Me too. Every time I gas my the vehicle up. America first and nationalist. Not a big fan because I'm a Christian. I don't think that Christians can be nationalists. But that's a whole tangent that I might touch on a different time. But the thing about nationalism is it primarily hinges on
Lennoxo
like
said in the chat,
pledging
feel like
allegiance
coal
to
miners
the
would be
nation
living
first
hard
and everything
lives,
else
right?
second.
Mr.
But as
Pizza
Christians, we're called to follow
said in the
Christ
chat,
first, and
Maybe
then
is David Pacman
like
fat?
other things. And yes, we are called to adhere to the government at some point, but the scriptures have made it very clear that we're supposed to first, adhere to God's law. So if the law of man opposes the law of God, then we're just going to have to like go against the government. It's like just kind of how it works. But that's something I can talk about in depth another time. Reducing crime. Let's see. How? By securing the border. Okay. Election integrity. Supporting life. Protecting Second Amendment rights. Enacting term limits. Supporting veterans. Standing up for American values. Very, very specific platform. As a Republican, I kind of like this. Except for like the nationalist America first rhetoric, I don't like that. Now, Dr. Oz. Pro-life. Wanting to cut spending. Let's see here. Looks like he wants to take left-wing stuff out of the out of schools, which is good, but you have to be careful with that, because I'm afraid of school districts eventually indoctrinating kids to the right, filling it with right-leaning talking points and all this religious stuff that just like doesn't belong in schools, to be honest. We'll fight for more school choice. It's very good. But it's creating jobs here in America.
Said in the chat, bruh, Dr. Oz's website looks like shit.
This is not his website. This is on the issues.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat, I love how newbie thinks Trump's fat.
Well, I mean, what can I say? I looked at the dude. You want me to lie? And also, I'm reading this and trying to read chat. If there is a message that I missed, you can feel free to resend it. To make sure I get to it. Let's see. Elites fighting COVID pandemic took away our freedom. That's kind of true.
Ism said in the chat.
Expanding access to private sector plans for prescription drugs. That's interesting. What does it say? He's bravely argued against costly drugs, even as it made him a target of drug companies. He worked to dismantle policies that lead to more expensive prescription drugs for our senators, and he'll expand access to private sector plans expanded by President Trump and be loved by seniors for their low cost. Nice. That's good. You have a more secure border. He was an immigrant, so he probably doesn't like socialism because he probably actually experienced it. Expand the role of religious institutions in providing support for stronger families and neighborhoods. Okay. That makes sense, I think.
McKenna's way.
For leaving Afghanistan, but Biden was
As a
Canadian,
Canadian,
but that's
I
obvious.
can confirm we all agree the former president is indeed fat.
One. Yeah.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat.
Oh,
Newbie,
by the way,
do you think Trump is gay?
No, dude. You know anything about Donald Trump? There's no way. No. Man, you don't know Donald Trump. Look up Donald Trump, man. Like his history. Before... Only someone who has no idea who Donald Trump actually is would ask that question. McKenna's way. As Canadian. Oh, yeah. That's the question I was going to ask. You're Canadian. Pick your Canadian. Steven Crowder or Drake or Justin Bieber. Pick one of the three. I'm not including Ted Cruz in that list. I just don't feel like it. I don't think he's cool enough.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat, I'm just doing a bit of trolling.
That's true. You know, I know Trump isn't gay. You'll have to find another
The
celebrity crush. I'm
Liberator
sorry.
said in the chat. Drake, no doubt. Mr. Pizza said in the chat. Newbie, do you think Chris Christie likes men?
No. I don't think so.
The Liberator said in the
Drake,
chat.
no doubt. Okay.
Views
Okay.
from a 6.
I mean, respect. I'd probably have to pick Justin Bieber, but you know, Drake ain't terrible either. Let's see. Dr. Oz supported red flag laws on this television show. That's a red flag.
McKenna's Way said in the chat.
Firm
Not
believer
Ted
in
Cruz.
the Second Amendment.
Y'all can keep him. Drake for sure.
I used to like Ted Cruz, but I mean he's washed.
The Liberator
His time came and
said
gone.
in the chat.
It came and went.
Bieber's new album was
Marco
pretty good.
Rubio ruined things for him in 2016. Cannabis is safer than alcohol and safer than narcotics. I mean, yeah, we know that. So does he want to legalize it?
DJ LL reacts. Said in the chat. You mean Jamie Lynn? Mr. Pizza said in the chat. The real question is,
it's not looking like he wants to.
Not comfortable with
it's not looking like he
YTPs?
wants to legalize it completely. If he wants to make it available through prescription, that's interesting. Supports fracking. Criticized for running dubious cures on the TV show, whatever. You know, that really sets him apart from Donald Trump. Did program on curing gays, later blocked it was harmful.
DJ LL reacts.
Unfair.
Said in the chat. Ted Cruz looks like Jamie Lynn McKenna and GL.
Jamie Lynn McKenna? What?
Said in the chat. I am going to Canada this summer, which should be fun.
Oh boy. Just make sure you don't get trampled by any of Trudeau's horses, and you'll be fine.
DJ LL reacts. Said in the chat. Britney's sister.
Britney who? Britney. I was gonna say. I don't know who this Britney person is.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat. Newbie, what are your thoughts on gay YTPs?
I think they're a little bit too gay for my tastes, but I mean just because I'm not gay, so.
DJ LL reacts. Said in the chat. MF don't know Britney Spears.
I don't know her personally.
Said in the chat.
I've heard of Britney
Jamie Lynn
Spears
is
though.
Britney Spears' sister. She looks like Ted Cruz in a wig and a dress.
What? Why is her last name not Spears? Oh, I guess it is. Looks like Ted Cruz in a wig and a dress. Ooh, excuse me. No, I don't think so.
DJ LL reacts. Said in the chat. KMAO.
Where is this resemblance? The nose? I'm not seeing it.
Said in the chat. Do you like Justin Bieber? His latest album was good.
I haven't listened to a whole Justin Bieber album, I don't think.
Remember when
But I
Newbie
did
couldn't
hear
get
his
through the Smash Mouth
surprise
All-Star
Easter
YTP
EP.
from Hellion
That was pretty
Hero?
good. Oh, oof. My goodness. I may tone down the like super inappropriate YTPs because it's just like it's too much and so unnecessary. There's no need for me to like make myself suffer through all that content. Let's see. The Roz believes in energy dependence. Don't beg other countries. That's good. Government that can give you everything can take it all away. That's true.
Said in the chat. Deaf and nose is the similarity there.
Yeah, I think the nose is really the only similarity between the two there. Let's see. We're subsidizing cartels involved in human trafficking. Interesting. I wonder how much of that is true. Believe in capitalism, which means lower taxes, regulations. Nice. So he seems okay. I like David McCormick a little bit better.
Mr. Pizza.
Because I don't like Dr. Oz's support of red flag laws.
I'll try to control how gay it is. DJ LL reacts.
I'm not a fan of that. But
let me say something.
They don't seem to be too bad, and they also don't seem to be entirely dissimilar from each other. They seem Yeah, it's easy for that to be a toss up with voters too. Just be like, I like Oz, but like McCormick's kind of cool. Like that's something I could like completely understand. Also, I do know that Trump supported Dr. Oz, which is interesting considering his support for red flag laws. This said, "We're gonna make a newbie YTP soon. I'll try to control how." Do your best to
DJLL reacts.
Sort of like suppress your homosexuality there. DL said that. Let me send something. Check Discord. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm opening a can of worms here with this. Let's see.
Said in the chat.
Yeah, so to kind of answer your guys' question, I think that McCormick is better.
Too corrupt for me.
Oz is corrupt. I was listening to I think it was Fox News Radio while they were covering stuff last night before I was gaming with my dad, and it was said that McCormick could have hit Oz on his corruption, but I've heard that Dr. Oz that both of them are actually corrupt, so like it wouldn't have turned out well. Apparently, what's this? Somebody said that Jamie Lynn looks like Ted Cruz in the hands. What the heck? What?
Mr. Pizza said in the chat, I'll limit the not a newbie YTP to one come joke.
I do think that it is.
Other than that, I'll keep it tame.
Wait, hello? Yes. What did you say? I'm doing some like election coverage of the midterm. Let's see what is this. What is this? Okay. I think this is mail from my from my university. Alrighty. See, someone said that Jamie Lynn looks like Ted Cruz, and I can't unsee it. Let's see. I don't know. Ted Cruz's neck is fatter. The noses are pretty similar though. And the smile size is kind of similar, but the eyes are different. The hair is different. There's just too much about it that's like that's too different for me, for my taste. I mean, I understand the comparison, but I don't know if it's 100% like.
Mr. Pizza has an unhealthy obsession with a gay YTPs. DJLL reacts. Said in the chat, I can't UNSE it help.
Wait, hold on. Maybe I can help you unsee that. Give me a sec. Does this kind of help you unsee that here?
Said in the chat, Ted Cruz's neck is fat. DJLL reacts. Said in the chat.
Does this help you unsee it?
McKenna, I need this confirmed as Carla AH0M0.
Let me know. Does this help you unsee it? Hopefully this should help you unsee it. Because I couldn't see it until I saw the other thing, and I still think of this one first.
What can I say? Gay YTPs are the funniest.
No, I don't think they're funny actually. I mean it is though. It is. Alrighty, I think that really should sum it all up. I am mostly humoring you guys a bit.
Said in the chat,
but
I still see it in the nose.
Yeah, that's true. It definitely is present in the nose, for sure. But let's see. To round things out here, for everyone who's just been tuning in towards the end of my stream here, the two key races that we were tracking last night are still neck and neck, still very tight, and still too close to call. We have the Oz and McCormick race, with Dr. Oz still winning by 0.2%. And we do have Summer Lee, who is still, let me pull this up. We do have Summer Lee, who is still ahead of her more mainstream counterpart. Now, a quick reminder that Lee has declared victory over Irwin, although is still being considered too close to call. There's only 99% of the vote in, and she is only winning by just barely more than 400 votes. So still a very close race. it's completely understandable why this race has not been called yet. But you know, as I close the stream out, I would definitely encourage you guys to keep an eye out on that race specifically, just because things are so tight, things are so contested. It really is a toss-up. But thanks everyone for tuning in. This has been so much fun. It's been great having you guys all in the chat. Congrats to Hollister for winning 100% of the vote. Wait, Hollister? Oh, I don't think Hollister had any competition there. I don't think Hollister had any competition. Yeah, you're the only person on the ballot, so. But anyways, yeah. So I'm going to be doing breaking news coverage of all of these elections. Whenever there's like midterm things going on, I'm going to be doing breakdowns of that. I don't think I'll be doing another stream for the election stuff since things are going so slowly. I mean, there really is no telling right now how many days it'll take for the final results to finally come pouring in. Thank you everyone who's tuned in for the stream today. You guys made this stream so much more fun. This very easily could have been me just like going through Sorry Mr. Pizza, the straight news. But you guys were asking good, engaging questions, and you know, you guys definitely made this stream very, very enjoyable. Let me know how like the sound is turning out with me talking on top of the sound which is also coming through the speakers. Because one thing was weird when I was testing it with the noise gate during the last semester. No, not during last semester. During my test stream before the actual public stream. I would talk over the sound and it would be picking up my voice, but for some reason you really wouldn't hear the sound that's going on in the background. So maybe it's just, excuse me, so quiet that you're just not picking up through the microphone and I'm just like so much louder than it and it's like completely negligible. But if it ever bothers you, let me know, because I'm still, the sound especially is like something that like still irks me and still bugs me, and I feel like I just haven't gotten it right yet. Kenneth's Way says I'll have to come back since I know nothing about what happened in the US. I appreciate that. You know, there are plenty of other people I think that are a little bit more knowledgeable about what's actually happening in the country, and you could get more consistent and in-depth breakdowns of things. But I mean, hey, if you want to tune into me, I will not complain. I mean, because I do my best, you know. I do live here, so you know I have a little bit of a vested interest in being informed and staying informed and you know, keeping an eye out on what's going on in the country. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the stream. Hopefully the next time I stream, I'll be doing YTPs and meme reactions and gaming a bit. I'm really looking forward to getting into all of that stuff. But for now, I think you guys will have to settle for breaking news as it happens. I thank everyone for tuning in, and I will see you all next time. Also, I'm sorry, I've been doing terrible at keeping up with putting my links in the chat. I'm gonna go. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna go into the Discord and add in all the links to all of the streams because I've been forgetting to send you guys the links to the streams. I've been really bad at that. But anyways, I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go cut up the like the news of the day thing because my sister really wants to hear that. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm also gonna have to go make chapters for the stream. I have post show things to do. I will see you all later. Thanks everyone for tuning in.